If you're coming to Paris and you've already seen the city before, this time, try throwing away the checklist. You don't need to over-plan your trip. What you should do is trust in Paris and, well, trust in yourself.
I'm French, I live in Paris, and I'm going to give you some practical tips on how to dive into Paris without making any plans.
Paris is densely packed and full of surprises. And you're someone who enjoys a bit of adventure. The truth is, over-planning Paris means you'll miss much of what makes Paris great. First, let's understand why Paris is so great for discovery. It's a very compact city built up over hundreds of years, with so much to see in every corner of it. But here's a couple of reasons why you can comfortably wander around on foot. First, it has a moat. Well, not really a moat. It has a ring road. So if you're walking and you find you've hit the ring road or le périph', you know it's time to turn back. And secondly, it's pretty safe. Your biggest crime risk really is pickpockets on the metro and often in touristy streets. Also, unlike, say, American cities, it's mixed zoning throughout. So you have residences and things like cafes and bars all mixed together. You don't need to go to a particular zone in the city to eat out or drink in bars. It's not broken up into strict zoning. Every arrondissement is worthwhile.
Unlike many other cities, Paris is not a Monday to Friday work week with short bursts of weekends for fun. It's lively every day of the week. Mondays might be a little bit quieter, but it's good for having a slightly calmer time.
Okay, even for us Parisians, we need a little bit of planning. Because Paris can get crowded. So if you want to go to one of those big museums or want a table at a top-notch restaurant, you'll need to make a reservation online.
I've seen so many visitors get caught in the over-planning trap in Paris, meaning they spend so much energy and time doing all the things on their list that they will have none left to actually have that spontaneous experience of Paris, which actually is what makes Paris really fascinating.
Usually, the lists of addresses people come up with are drawn from social media. And the risk is that they find themselves in Instagram cafes that superficially seem pretty, but which are full of other visitors like them. And they aren't really sitting in Paris, they're sitting in the sort of decored bubble that you'll find anywhere, from Dubai to Miami. Sometimes the coffee's really good in these places, I won't lie, but for me, that's just not Paris. Sometimes you need to just have a not so great coffee in an authentic cafe and soak up a bit of tradition. Another thing about over-planning, it feels like work. Lists like this are what you do when you're in the office or when you do your groceries. Why the hell would you bring that to Paris? This is a place that mastered the art of just wandering. Flâner is a thing. And where the cafe chairs all face the same way because the street is theater. And where the city is not laid out with a grid, but in a way that invites the sun to kiss as many buildings as possible. You look like you're a pretty resourceful person, I can tell from here. Trust yourself to just go with the flow in Paris. You have credit cards that work. I do recommend keeping 20 euros in cash in your pocket just in case. English is widely spoken and you have translation apps just in case. You'll find a metro station just about 300 meters or so. And when you find yourself in an interesting area, you have Google Maps.
The world will always welcome lovers as time goes by.
Here are some tips on how you can get the most out of your unplanned Paris adventure.
We all use Google Maps, right? What you normally do is you zoom into the areas that are yellow shaded and then maybe type in bar or cafe and then look for the top rated ones. Come on. Okay, so there are things you need to watch out for when you do this in Paris. In touristy areas, well, the ratings are usually given by tourists. So in the Marais, for example, a lot of the people have come to the streets, fallen in love with them, found the place, and then went crazy with the stars. I'm here to tell you that a lot of the ratings here are not warranted. I used to live in the Marais, I know. I find the Google rating system pretty useless in these parts of Paris. It's confirmation bias from many, many tourists who have no way of comparing what they're experiencing to other parts of Paris.
So here's how I use Google Maps, some general rules.
In the very busy parts of Paris, I tend to avoid places right on the main street or next to the best known landmarks. I tend to go for more local areas nearby, if I can.
How do you find them? There are a few ways. Again, these are general rules. They may not work 100% of the time, but this is what I do. See if the mairie is nearby. That's the local town hall for each arrondissement. Often, you'll find good or at least okay cafes or restaurants nearby. Small historic churches can also be a focal point.
They're really pretty to look at, and of course, there are always cafes and restaurants close by.
But don't do this with the landmark ones like Notre Dame or Sacré-Cœur. In terms of just wandering in Paris, here are some tips. Most important, comfortable shoes. Everyone wears sneakers in Paris. Take a small bottle of water with you. If your phone battery is weak, bring a charger or battery pack. You may start walking in the morning and then find yourself hours later in a cute brasserie having dinner. And you still need to get back to your accommodation.
I've lived in Paris for a long time. I just find the center of Paris is not as appealing for me anymore. It's still very pretty and nice and lively.
But I'm a local. As a visitor, you can still get so much out of the very center, especially because now it caters to visitors so well. But if you do want an experience that I think is socially still Parisian, a very French vibe, I think you'll want to look at the arrondissement 10 and upwards. The Google Maps reviews in these neighborhoods also tend to be a bit more accurate. My favorites are the 11th, 19th, and 20th arrondissement. But that's just me. I love all of Paris. I've been all across this city, and there are places I like in every single arrondissement. If you wander Paris without a plan, you'll be able to form your own opinions too. Find a Paris that appeals to you specifically.
In the end, that's the big benefit of coming to Paris without a plan or over-planning it. You'll be able to see it through your own eyes, make your own discoveries, and find your own path.